This is Steve Nawojczyk. I'm tracking a bizarre case out of Crawford County, Arkansas. A case involving Tammy Hamby, who's the wife of a well known local doctor. She also is a former member of the Crawford County Library Board, but she resigned shortly after this incident. There's an alleged online impersonator claiming to be country music star Luke Bryan tied up in all this. It's an unusual mix of online deception, parental fear, and deeply troubling choices, and we're going to follow it closely as it moves through the courts. Let me say this at the start. This is an ongoing investigation. These are allegations, not proven facts, and everyone involved is presumed innocent until a court of law says otherwise. Here's what we know. According to affidavits and multiple local news reports, including KHBS and KNWA and the Arkansas Online, investigators say 59-year-old Tammy Hamby of Van Buren is accused of helping stage what appears to be a mock kidnapping of her 22-year-old adopted daughter. The young woman is developmentally delayed, and deputies say she believed she was being taken against her will. Court documents describe deputies responding on the night of November 17th and finding the daughter tied to a tree with zip ties, shaken, and holding a teddy bear. According to investigators, the alleged purpose of this staged event was to warn her about the dangers of talking to strangers online. They say she had been communicating with someone pretending to be Luke Bryan, sending money and personal information to this person she believed was the country singer. Three other individuals are charged in the case: Shannon Childers, the daughter's caregiver, along with David Quach and Nico Austria. All four defendants have been released on bond. In statements to local media, Dr. Jeff Hamby, Tammy Hamby's husband, said he had no knowledge of any plan to stage a kidnapping. He said the family had been deeply distressed over an online scammer building what he described as a trauma bond with their daughter. He characterized his wife's actions as fear-driven and misguided. Again, those statements are his, not findings from the court. Because of the daughter's vulnerability, the Arkansas Department of Human Services has taken her into protective custody while the legal process plays out. Law enforcement continues to treat this as a serious criminal matter. The sheriff recused himself due to a personal connection with the family, leaving the chief deputy to serve as the lead public voice on the investigation. We'll keep following this case and bring you updates as they become public. No speculation, no guessing, just verified information as it comes in about this most bizarre incident. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do that. This is one of the several active Arkansas cases we're tracking, and we'll walk through each step of each case as they unfold. I'm Steve Nawojczyk. Y'all be kind to each other, okay? This is Steve Nawojczyk, the 501 Coroner. As we continue tracking the alleged staged kidnapping out of Crawford County, Arkansas, I want to give you a brief public record profile of the four people charged. Everything you're about to hear comes directly from affidavits, court documents, and past reporting. These allegations and each person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Let's start with Tammy Hamby. Hamby is a longtime Van Buren resident and has been a public figure in Crawford County for several years. She served on the Crawford County Library Board, including time as board chair, and was heavily involved in the disputes over relocating or restricting certain books in the county libraries. Those actions led to multiple federal lawsuits and court filings requiring the books to be returned to their original locations. Hamby resigned from the library board on November 24th, shortly after the incident now at the center of this case. Affidavits accuse her of helping plan what investigators describe as a staged kidnapping of her 22-year-old adopted daughter who has developmental disabilities. The documents state the purpose of the plan was to scare her about online impersonators, in this case someone claiming to be the country singer Luke Bryan. The second person charged is Shannon Jasmine Childers. Childers worked as a caregiver and certified nursing assistant for Hamby's daughter. Because of her role, she had direct daily access to the young woman. According to investigators, Childers was involved in planning the staged event and coordinating the individuals who carried it out. She turned herself in and was released on bond. The third defendant is David Quach. Court filings say Quach participated in the physical staging of the incident. The affidavit states that he hid in the trunk of a car, then helped transport the daughter to a rural field where the mock abduction took place. He is charged with the same counts as the others: conspiracy, false imprisonment, battery, terroristic threatening, and abuse of an impaired person. The fourth person charged is Nico Austria. Investigators describe Austria as the individual who initially lured the daughter from the home by telling her she would be meeting Luke Bryan. The affidavit claims Austria and Quach took her to the field, demanded money, and left her zip-tied to a tree before driving away. Austria also turned himself in and bonded out the same day. All four defendants face similar charges. All four have bonded out, and all four remain and maintain the presumption of innocence. This case involves a vulnerable adult, a family dealing with online impersonation, and a plan that investigators say crossed legal lines. We'll continue to follow developments as more information becomes publicly available. I'm Steve Nawojczyk, the 501 Coroner. Y'all be kind to each other, okay?